Hello kids, here's today's video for Scooby Month. We're going to talk about OKKO. Now, this doesn't sound like it's Scooby related, but trust me it is. We're going to specifically talk about the episode in question where OKKO and Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School crossover. Sort of. Okay, it is an actual crossover episode. We're going to talk about it. Now, you might be wondering to yourself, why are we talking about this? Well, two reasons. One, Scoobytopia has not actually talked about it, so I wanted to cover a topic he hasn't mentioned. Although Scoobytopia seems to talk about the movies more than anything, but we're going to be talking about this episode because it's a good episode. Also, number two, it's about the only time y'all are going to hear me talk about OKKO. There's two other episodes I plan to talk about as far as OKKO goes, namely the Captain Planet crossover episode and the episode where KO turns into a dog, because there's there's a lot to unpack in that episode, and also because there's some things, but I will get into that when I review that episode specifically. So, back to the episode in question. So, it's great because it gives people, the younger generation who are just now watching, or who just started watching TV and were watching OKKO, or rather, whatnot, they can watch it with they watch that episode with their parents, and the parents will see the characters and go, hey, I remember those characters, I remember that movie, and then they introduce their kid to the movie, which is a good movie. Prime example, I introduced that movie and Reluctant Werewolf to Cousin Skunks 1 and 2 because those two movies are my favorites, and I said to myself, I'm going to introduce them to my favorite Scooby movies because why not? And also, Scooby is nice, wholesome, clean fun, and I wanted to make sure that I introduced them to some of my favorite things while they were visiting because I made the concerted effort to watch some of the stuff that they like, but the main thing was me introducing them to things I like that they can watch. Why? Well, because for one thing, it's stuff that they can watch, that I know they can watch, that I like too. So, like, I introduced them to Out of the Box, and me and Cousin Skunk 2 watched Out of the Box together, and we enjoyed it. Or when we attempted to watch Book of Pooh, I learned they don't like the Book of Pooh, but they did like Ghoul School, and they did like Reluctant Werewolf. Although Ghoul School seemed to be more preferable to Reluctant Werewolf. And why did I bring this up? Well, I brought it up because now when they watch that particular, when and if they ever watch that episode of OKKO, they'll know who the characters are, and they'll go, hey, I remember those, I remember that one. Most likely for Phantasma because she's the most memorable character, voiced by Rusty Taylor. Oh my goodness. Oh, yes. But we're not going into that. I'm not going to be talking about how great the voice acting is because we all know Casey Kasem's badass, Rusty Taylor is badass. There you go. And also because I don't know the voices for the rest of them, other than Frank Welker, which I think was doing Scoob's voice at that point. But might have been Don Messick, I'm not sure. Since I don't know, we're not going to go into voice actors, because I only know two of the voice actors listed. Anyone else is just whoever they are. So, I wanted to share it with them because I said the original movie was great, and also because, well, I like watching OKKO, and I want to be able to share my favorite things with them. So, we started watching, well, okay, I should backtrack. I'm not sure if Iron Zebra has seen this episode, but I know me and Iron Zebra were watching OKKO at some point. But this episode in question is amazing. It gives backstory to Enid that does not go overboard, and it's also backstory that is integral to her character, explains things about her character, but is designed in such a way that she's not. The best way to describe it, the characters are introduced in such a way that they are not integral. Well, they're integral to the episode, but it's designed in such a way that it's not it's a one-off, but it works as a one-off, so it's not like, oh look, we introduced Phantasma here, and now Phantasma has to show up in every single episode for it to work. No, actually, this is a piece of backstory episode. This is a backstory episode that is a one-off backstory episode, meaning backstory does not have really sway over the overall story one way or the other. It's just a piece of backstory about Enid. So it's great for that. The other thing I want to mention is that the art style for this is good. They actually captured the likenesses of all the girls pretty good, except for Sabella. But we're not going into. I'm not going to. Well, actually, let me see. I don't want to go into that too much because I'm not. I don't know. Let's see here. I don't want to bash too much because I know they have their style and Ghoul School was its own style and there was a whole bunch of stuff. And okay, so let's see. I am Googling it now because I want to double check some things. And okay, I'm sorry. Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys this to the best of my ability. And you'll see why I'm cracking up. Oh, I can't show. Is it? Oh god. Okay. I don't know how well it came up because I don't know how to include art like that. But it's it's the Ghoul School Gals as the Ed, Ed and Eddie gang. Which I'm sorry, I like that. That's making me happy. That had me cracking up so bad. It just. Whew, okay. Okay, but. Oh! I am seriously getting sidetracked here. Yes, so. And also, I'm going to show you this really quick. Again, the best I can. Because I don't know if it's going to show up too good. But yeah, so that's basically what they look. All of them look like in Ghoul School for the OKKO. They all work that way. Especially Tannis. Tannis actually looks really adorable. It almost looks like a female version of the Michelin Man. And like, okay, Winnie and Sabella are the only two that look kind of off. Because like Phantasma works like this, Tannis works like this, Elsa Frankenteen kind of works like this, but not as much, but it's not as bad as Sabella and Winnie. The problem with Sabella is that since Sabella is, well, okay, if y'all have seen the original, let me see if I can pull up. Here's one. I'm gonna do my best to show it off. Like, okay, so that's what. I don't know if it's gonna show up on camera too good. Hold on, let me see if I can fix this. Okay, I don't know if that showed up on camera too good, but that's original Sabella. Original Sabella, as y'all see, kind of looks not over-sexualized like they usually do, but also not like plain and flat. This one kind of looks. It's almost like they made an attempt at slightly doing something, but they couldn't do it all the way. It just didn't look right or something. Also, okay, I just saw this really adorable thing, and I think it's actually taken directly from the episode. It is not a piece of fan art, I don't think. But yeah, this is so cute. Okay. Yeah, because I'm looking at this. Okay, because I thought it was fan art for a minute. It's not fan art. It is cute. Okay. This is everything. Okay. So, the reason I bring up the designs here, it's not terrible. The designs aren't too bad. They're just. It's unsettling, but to be fair, I grew up with the original, and like, it does not feel like they shoehorned Enid into the series. It feels like Enid was always there, you just never noticed. So on that note, I would like to see somebody take some of the Ghoul School clips and edit it to actually include Enid legitimately in that style and actually try to edit her into the film, because I want to see what that would look like. I can't because I don't know how to do that. Yeah, the episode in question, by the way, is called Monster Party. It is a great episode. If you have not seen it, please watch it because it's if you can watch it. I don't know if OKKO is available on HBO Max at the moment. It should be, maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh my god. Okay, this is cute. They've got Enid's father, or yeah, and Enid's mother, which I think is a witch. I'm not sure. Oh, the funny thing about this situation is that, well, the really funny thing is that Enid's dad is a werewolf, which is not that funny, but the funny part is he turns human at one point in the episode, and it's like it's like, I got turned human. Like, and it's hilarious. Because the idea of the werewolf not wanting to be human in the first place is funny. Like, okay. Aww. Did you... Aww. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting slightly distracted by the adorable fan art that I am finding by mistake because I was looking for looking for more depictions of stuff so I could share it with you, but okay. Okay, and apparently somebody drew them with them in swimsuits. Okay, that's kind of strange. Not bad, just strange. Aw, Enid. I'm sorry, this is just... this is precious. Okay, that is adorable. The fam busts open the what? Hands for something in the photo album and you hate your childhood. Okay, that's enough. I'm getting distracted. Oh, cute! They've even got Phantasma and Elsa. Okay, so yeah, the designs are great. I know this sounded like I was going on a rambly rampage and like one of my usual random rants, and I apologize if it did end up being a bit of a random rant. I just wanted to share because I love OKK. Okay, well, oh my god, they went. Okay, sorry. I love OKKO, but I especially love Ghoul School. It's like the greatest thing out there. And like, okay, so like this just okay. I should mostly be talking about. It almost is. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know how to feel about this. So, the reason I'm bringing all of this up, Monster Party is an amazing episode. Okay, like the greatest episode. And part of the reason I bring it up is because it was just that great of an episode. I don't want to talk about OKKO as a series because OKKO, even though it's a great series, it's not worth talking about as a whole because there are great episodes. Like the episode where they try to get a POW card for the Kappas. That's a great episode. But the reason I don't want to talk about it, there's probably people that could talk about OKKO much better than me. I'm only bringing up episodes I like because, well, these are episodes that are my favorites, and I want to talk about them. And I especially want to talk about Monster Party because this is sort of still kind of related to Scooby Month, but barely. So it's why I'm bringing this episode up in particular. So, because it's about that episode of OKKO, but also relates to Ghoul School, which... great movie. Speaking of which, I would like to see a sequel. I guess Monster Party is the closest we'll ever get to a sequel. But what I want to see in a Ghoul School sequel would be a reunion, which that's kind of what we got in Monster Party. But specifically something where Scooby and Shaggy and if you have to cut Scrappy out of it, fine, but at least acknowledge his existence. So, like, have it be Scooby and Shaggy get invited back for a reunion, and Enid is there. And of course, there could be some kind of joke, like with them saying something like, "I don't remember you being in the art class," or something. It's like, well, Enid was very good, and then them making some kind of joke about Enid being good at hiding in the shadows because she wanted to be a ninja or something, and make a joke about it, and have, well, just to have them all having something and saving the day or whatever and whatnot. So I don't know. I would like to have had, or like, and if they have to acknowledge Scrappy not being there, you could say, "Oh, Scrappy," you know, without actually doing damage and having him be the villain or having him not be allowed to be mentioned, like they did in Mystery Incorporated, where they said we don't talk about him. No, what I would say is Scrappy isn't with us right now because Scrappy is currently with the gang solving some kind of mystery. We opted to come to the I don't know, like maybe having them say we opted to come to the reunion because, well, we wanted to see you guys or something. I don't know. I want a non-Scrappy being the villain, Scrappy being um, ignored situation for him to be. I want him to be acknowledged without having to. I don't know. They just need to acknowledge him some kind of way that does not involve him having to be there. That doesn't make him the villain or dead. He needs to be alive because there needs to be opportunities for him to come back. And he can't be the villain because we all know how that turned out. James Gunn is horrible at writing Scooby movies. So, with that being said, that's all I have to say. I know it sounded kind of like one of my recent role of what I call random rambles, which I'm going to do my best not to have so many random rambles. But I do have to point out when I see something good, I want to be able to. I want to be able to share it with people. I want people to see how good it is. I want people to understand, hey, this is great. It's great. Why not? We need more Ghoul School in this universe. Yes, we do. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's right. They were on Hulu at one point. Yeah, so we need more recognition of. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, somebody did a combination of Ben 10 and OKKO, which technically did happen for like 2 seconds. Like, literally 2 seconds in that one episode. My god. Um. Um. Er, okay. It. Okay, and I just. Okay, I just noticed something here. Is Enid's mother supposed to be a vampire? And if that's the case, why is Enid a witch and not a vampire werewolf hybridy thing? Did they adopt Enid? What's going on here? I know that doesn't make any sense, but it's kind of like, yeah. Reminds me of something else that I do intend to bring up about the amazing world of Gumball in a future video. Be looking out for that because I do want to bring that up. And yes, I know cartoon. Why are you bringing logic into the cartoon? But I have to. It's more fun. Also, has anybody ever noticed that like that one green robot in OKKO kind of looks like almost looks like an evil version of Phineas? Like, yeah, yes. What's this say? Halloween is upon us. Damn it! I'm not gonna get. Okay, and so I found this other funny thing. It's more of an image, but I'm gonna tell you real quick because it's funny. It made me smile. Halloween is upon us, my friends. When I wake, I shall spend my favorite ghoul school art throughout this glorious day and night. That's just cute. Ah. But yeah, so that is my opinion of Monster Party from OKKO, as well as a little bit of stuff about why Ghoul School's amazing. But yeah, no, it's not much. I know it was a little confusing. I did my best to try to stay on topic, but when you start talking about Monster Party, you're gonna have to start talking about Ghoul School for background and context. So it's kind of both. There'll probably be a proper Ghoul School video. You know what? There'll probably be a proper Ghoul School video this weekend. If I get around to it Saturday. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Captain, say bye bye. Say bye bye, buddy. Say bye bye, Captain.